Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. We have a full house tonight. I will call the Brunswick Hills Township Business Meeting to order. It is December 9th, 2025. And I'll note that the meeting has been properly advertised. If we could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And if we can please remain standing for a moment of silence for our troops and our first responders. Thank you. Okay, we do have a few public presentations this evening, but we're going to sort of jump around on the agenda just for the beginning part of it. So we have a couple of resignations that we need to accept this evening. So Ryan, if you please.
Yeah, so two resignations to accept this evening. One is from a Mr. Ron Wetterman. Ron, why don't you stand up actually for this, please? We'll do our best to embarrass you.
Yeah.
Ron states, I'll not be continuing as a alternate member of the BZA. Please know it was an honor to sit on this board. And Ron, how many years have you served this township on these boards?
7.
7, and fantastic. We can't thank you enough
Yes,
for
thank
your
you, Ron.
expertise. It is greatly appreciated, and you will be missed for certain. But we will see you here every Tuesday.
I will be
Or every
here.
other Tuesday, excuse
I'll
me.
be here in the peanut gallery.
There we go. Excellent. Thank you for your service, Ron. And then if we could have Thomas DeCastro please stand up. Thomas also writes that he is resigning from the zoning commission. It has been a pleasure serving the board in his role. Thomas, your years on the zoning commission?
2 years.
And I think more importantly, now that we're going to look at and approve some of your notes that you and the board worked on, what was the total of pages you cut out of our zoning regulations to simplify?
9 pages only, but
It's still good work.
But
Yes.
we've added a lot of simplification to it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. And again, thank you for your years of service, 2
Yes.
years, and your continued 4 years sitting up here in a month.
Thank you.
So thanks, Thomas.
Thank you, Tom. Okay, then I will move to accept the resignation of Ron Wetterman and Thomas DeCastro.
I will second, and I thank them both for their service.
And I'll call the roll. Tricka?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Ryan?
Yes.
Okay.
If we say no, do they have to stay? Sorry, Ron.
Okay, we have a few swear-ins this evening, so I will come around. Jeremy? Okay, if you could please raise your right hand. And state your name. I
I, Jeremy Milford, Senior,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
to uphold the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the resolutions of the Township of Brunswick Hills.
the resolutions of the Township of Brunswick Hills.
I will faithfully discharge my duties
I will faithfully discharge my duties
as a police officer
as a police officer
for the Brunswick Hills Township Police
for
Department
the Brunswick Hills Township Police Department
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations. As can you turn this around?
Sure.
Okay, can you all hear me now?
Yeah.
Good, good, good. Okay, as we mentioned at the last meeting, We were going to have some swear-ins this evening. One, of course, being a new police officer, and the other is to swear in the new incoming trustees for Brunswick Hills. And I'm so pleased that they are taking on this challenge. But I do have a few things to say. So before I swear them in, I want to thank the residents for allowing me to represent them for the past 20 years. It has been an honor to serve as your trustee, and it has been quite a journey. I also want to give a big thank you to Chief Sopkovich, Chief Strazzo, who is not here this evening, Road Foreman Corey Schultz, and all of the employees of our township for helping me along the way and trusting me to make the right decisions for all of us that are living here. I especially want to thank Mrs. Ellen Young and Mrs. Julie Riffle for all their hard work and dedication to our township. They have really been a blessing, and we are all glad to have them on our staff. During my 20 years, we have made a lot of progress and showed the importance of continuing to move our township forward in a positive and meaningful way. There have been significant zoning changes and updates, providing much-needed staff and equipment for our service department, providing updating our police department with bringing on some more police officers and updating the equipment, the IT stuff and all that.
Thank you.
And now we have 6 full-time firefighters, and I hope that we can keep that moving forward as well. To Tony and Thomas, there is a lot to learn and understand about township government. Take all the training that is offered and network with the other townships in the county and throughout the state, because you will be talking to some of those folks as well, and through the Medina County Township Association and the Ohio Township Association. They are very helpful as you take on this challenge. So, as a trustee, you will feel overwhelmed at times, and that's a fact. But take it one step at a time, and you'll get through it just fine. And there's plenty of people within the township, employees and such, that will help guide you through whatever it is that you need to get done. And also, if you are unsure about something, never go it alone. Always call the prosecutor's office for legal advice. They will be right on it, and they'll help you in any way they can as well. And of course, I will make myself available to you both.
Thank you.
And also to Ryan as he takes on this new adventure with 2 new trustees. So as you transition into this new position, just know that I will be available. However, I may not answer right away because I'll be on a beach somewhere. So I just want to say good luck to both of you and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, who wants to go first?
Done.
Okay, Tony. Raise your right hand, please. And repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Anthony Destro,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge
and will faithfully discharge
the duties of trustee
the duties of trustee
of Brunswick Hills Township,
of Brunswick Hills Township,
Medina County,
Medina County,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
Awesome. So, if I could have you sign this, please. Sign Here. Thank you very much.
We go, Tony!
Okay. And comments. So happy for you.
Thank you.
Okay, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Thomas D. Castro,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and will faithfully discharge the duties
and will faithfully discharge the duties
of trustee
of trustee
of Brunswick Hills Township,
of Brunswick Hills Township,
Medina County,
Medina County,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
during my continuance in office.
during my continuance in office.
Awesome. Very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. And we're just gonna take a 10-minute break. So you can get some pictures or whatever you guys wanna do, okay? So the time is,
7:12. 7:12.
'19.
Yeah, 7:19 now. Yep.
7:19. Before we move on, I think the chief would like to say
Yes.
something.
So I just wanted to introduce Jerry Milford
Yes,
Sr.
please.
Since 2014, I've really tried to build and collect the best talent for Brunswick Hills Police Department with the men and women in this department. And over the years, we've had a lot of good officers that have served here in Brunswick Hills. And right now, with the shortage in law enforcement throughout the country, it's kind of hard to get some able-bodied guys out there. And I think I've been pretty successful with retaining some of our officers and getting new ones on. And with Jerry coming on board, Jerry has over 30 years of law enforcement experience. So he's coming on board to kind of mentor some of my younger guys. Wealth of knowledge. He's going to be another big asset to our township. He'll be working part-time for us. He'll be assigned the second shift while he's still doing his teaching duties in the local law enforcement academies here. So very happy to have Jerry Milford Sr. coming on board with us. Just was a lateral transfer from Peninsula PD. So I think he'll be a great fit here in Brunswick Hills. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sergeant Milford's going to go ahead and give him his badge, 1360.
Okay, moving on to the approval of minutes. We have one set to approve this evening, November 25th.
I move to approve the November 25th regular meeting minutes.
I will second those, please.
And I'll call the roll. Ryan?
Yes.
Tricka?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes. Okay. Okay, department reports, zoning, please.
I don't have anything from zoning this evening.
Okay.
Spoke with Daryl. It's been fairly quiet. I'll ask him tomorrow again for an update on monies taken in. But I actually don't think there was
Much.
much,
Yeah.
if at all.
Okay. Okay, police, please.
I'll try and make it quick. I'm pretty quick, dude.
All right, good evening. It's that time of the year where some of our funds that I haven't spent throughout the year, some of the carryover, I try to use the purchase orders for 2025, and carry that over for purchase of equipment that's going to come in for 2026. I have budgeted for 2026 one of the vehicles, but I do have some carryover money this year. I want to go ahead and put an order in on one of our police SUVs. Would request a purchase order for a 2026 Dodge Durango. This purchase order will be John Jones. This vehicle will be completely outfitted with the light sirens. The only thing it will need will be a radio that will be updated later at a later time. Right now, the build time is at least 5-6 months out on this vehicle. Purchase order will be an amount of $65,655.50. It'll come out of account code 2191-210251.
Hey, Tim, is this replacing a different vehicle?
This is not right now. I'm ordering it. This will eventually probably replace Unit 9. Unit 9 has 160,000 miles on it. So in 6 months, it'll probably be close. I don't know what the mileage will be on that. But eventually, then those cars will go on gov deal when it's retired. But right now, no retirement on any vehicles until this one's in the fleet.
And this includes all the hardware for everything. There's, besides the radio that you mentioned.
The
there's no
radio,
other
and it will
expense.
not have the onboard Axon camera system.
Okay.
That will have to be taken out of another vehicle when we retire that.
Okay.
We'll move to approve.
Yeah. I will second for the new police unit, noting the price of $65,655.50.
I'll call the roll. I'll vote yes. Tricka?
Yes.
Ryan?
Yes.
The next request, early this year, I was able to carry over $300,000 from previous years. It took me several years to save up those funds. And what that money went to is to outfit the whole police department with the Axon body cameras, interview room, and all of our fleet vehicles. With the new guys coming on board and with some of the cameras, I ordered just enough for the officers. Contacted Axon, and they're going to add prorate 2 more body cameras and add it to our account. So these 2 body cameras will come out of our equipment line item in an amount of $12,122.50. Does seem like a big number, but what these cameras do is everything is backed up on the technology of it in the cloud and the storage. That's the majority of what's paid. It's already lumped into our current Axon system that we already have. And after 3 years, these cameras will be replaced in the same cycle with, we already have in contract with the current cameras that are deployed with the officers. So this will be adding additional 2 cameras.
And you said that's a 3-year cycle?
It's on a 3-year cycle, so these cameras will be swapped out for the new models when Axon comes out with them.
Okay. And Chief, tell me the price on that again, please.
$12,122.50.
Okay. Okay. I'll move to approve the new cameras in the amount of $12,122.50.
I will second.
I'll call the roll. I'll vote yes. Ryan?
Yes.
Tricka?
Yes.
And so for the several years, since 2018, we moved over to the Harris radio system with Marks. We outfitted everybody with portable radios and our mobile radios. I'm going to need 2 additional radios, and these radios are real expensive, but I found the Harris Model 200 that is in stock that Cleveland Communications have. And honestly, Harris has given me the best deal. I wish I would have had this when we originally purchased all the radios because it was very expensive. But they're giving me a $10,000 radio for $3,000. They're taking $8,000 off for radio. So with the 2 radios, it'll come to $7,518.38. And that would be a purchase order to Cleveland Communications for those radios.
I'll move to approve.
I will second the radio purchase. Chief, just out of curiosity, why, I'm not complaining about a hefty discount, but any insights as to why
So
they're taking so much off?
The XL200, right now, we have the XL185s. They're same compatible radio. The XL200, it's kind of a better model, but they're upgrading that one, so they have these ones in stock that they're just trying to liquidate and get off their shelves.
So it's new old stock, basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they'll be compatible with our Mark system, with our Harris system. Our police department is unique. We're able to communicate with the sheriff's office and also on the Brunswick dispatch, our main dispatch. So I think it's important that we have the radios, so my officers, if they're assisting the county, they just turn the radio. So it's something that not a lot of departments in Medina County have that access to it, but our department does. So we're able to have those communications. Even with fire, we have everything programmed in them.
Okay. Great.
I'll call the roll. Trippa?
Yes.
Ryan?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
I'm going to try to make this quick. This past Friday, we had a really great event at the Southwest Baptist Church. Ellen really does a good job. This came out that we were going to have the breakfast story or dinner time story time with Santa. We didn't have it last year just due to busyness of our department. But in one day, we sold out over 250 tickets for this event. And there's a lot of people that helped out. I'd like to thank Southwest Baptist Church, Brunswick Police Association, members of the Brunswick Hills Police Department, Brunswick Meyer, Brunswick Home Depot, Spring Mist Farm, Brunswick Dairy Queen, Medina County Welding, LED Electric, the Jan family, Voft, Lisa Nixon, for her hard work. 2 days, she dedicated herself to set up all of her wonderful displays that were awesome. We had like 8 photo booth sections that were really cool. The trustee Nixon and his family, trustee Kusnerak, the up and coming trustees DeCastro and Distro, and Distro's wife, she helped out immensely also. Ben and Evelyn Sis, also wonderful job making sure all the food was out. Backyard Attilios, the Gross family, Comprehensive Financial Solutions, Toth family, the Ray family, Sam the Man, Bearded Brothers, Kimberly Bublick, Jackie Fisher, Roxanage family, Zagowski family, Bauer family, Solinsky Construction, and the Brunswick City School District. They sent 8 of their volunteer students. They helped out, and I think they were having more fun than the kids were with the painting and all the crafts and everything. So thanks to all those students that dedicated their evening to us and helped out, and to Santa. So the event was wonderful. We're looking forward to having our spring Easter brunch there again. Just look on our Facebook and different places for that, and we'll start planning for that event. Also would like to especially thank the Red Onion and Herman's. They had a fundraiser between the 2 locations for our Canine Association. So they made a donation to the Canine Association. With that donation, that goes back to the canine handler and the dog for dog food, for medical expenses. We've had Ago in a township that was totally funded by the community support for the dog. So it still goes with a big thank you to them for setting this up and getting some more donations for Ago. The police department, we don't have any fund. We don't fund any of the food or any of the vet bills. It's all out of the Canine Association. So big thank you to them. And the Brunswick Eagles. Brunswick Eagles has always, every year, helped us with a lot of our events with our community funds that come in. And those are how we get the food, the different things for that, and also how we pay back to our community and how we get the gifts and all the things that we help with the needy families that are out there during Christmas time. Reminder that the police department still has the giving tree. We're still taking donations all the way up till Christmas. We've already helped out, a dozen families, and we still have more families that are coming in that are requesting assistance for presents. So we are taking those donations, new toys in boxes, new clothes, or any food items. Our food item pantry bank is still located outside the Brunswick Hills Police Department entrance, and daily it's being used. So it's constantly people freshening up with new food, and people are also taking it. So it's a nice rotation there. And I also would like to thank, there's been hundreds of people that have already come in and made donations. A lot of them I don't know who they are, They just drop off bags and throw them in the lobby. So the lobby's open 24 hours a day, and I really appreciate it because it is going back to helping those in need during Christmas time. So thank you. That's all I have. Happy holidays.
Thanks, Chief.
Thanks.
Same to you.
Okay, fire, please.
Okay, for fire, I will read the monthly report for November. In November, there were 75 EMS calls, 34 fire calls, for a total of 109 calls. And year-to-date, total number of calls is 1,259. EMS collections for November was $15,195.04, for the total of the year of $213,494.16. Mutual aid was given 23 times, and mutual aid was received 6 times. Notable incidents, events, and activities. On November 2nd, there was a residential house fire on Sleepy Hollow Road. On November 4th, there was a fire investigation in Seville, and there were about 3 motor vehicle accidents on I-71 throughout the month. The training completed was 234 and a half hours training. There was Prodigy online EMS training, medication box review, pump operation class given by the state of Ohio, ice rescue equipment review, first arriving officer training, and driver training. And for requests, there's a request for a purchase order to Home Depot in the amount of $500 from the line item for small tools and minor equipment. I will move to approve that request.
I'll second. And I'll call the roll. Tricka?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Ryan?
Yes.
And then some announcements. Meet Santa will be December 21st from noon till 3 p.m. at Fire Station 2. And Santa will be riding around the township starting at 9 a.m. And watch the Fire Association's Facebook page for further updates. And new part-time firefighter EMT Andrew Salura was sworn in during an office swearing-in on 12/5/2025. And a formal swearing-in at a trustee meeting will be scheduled in the near future. And that's all I have for fire.
Thank you. Service Department, please.
Start off with the monthly report for November. Roads 779 hours and general 26, totaling 805. Some of the work was sign survey, cold patch roads, check ditches before, during, after snowstorms, salt and plowed all township roads a couple times. We had 250 ton of salt delivered and stacked in our salt shed. Installed all salt equipment on plow trucks. All service department vehicles were oil sprayed. We cut berm on all township roads and reinstalled 42 ton of berm material on Laurel, South Carpenter, and Foskett. We cleaned 2 retention basin ponds on South Carpenter and Blackberry. Attended Safety Council. Attended Medina County Storm Water Meeting, which is twice a year. And then attended Winter Weather Overview class online. Next are just a couple requests. First one is a PO request for new backhoe tires for our backhoe. They're pretty old. They're dry rotted. And I got 3 quotes. The cheapest one came in at Bob Sumeril Tire Company. If approved, ask for PO to be made for totaling $2,244.08. This will come out of line number 2021 330-323-0323.
I'll move to approve the request for the tires for the backhoe, $2,244.08.
I will second.
I have a question. Did we get the W-9 for that?
I got it. I received it today.
Okay. And you gave it to Bob?
I forwarded it in an email, yes.
Thank you. I'll call the roll. Ryan?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Tricka?
Yes.
One other thing that was brought to my attention, I would like just approval to bring in a new company such as Bob Samaro, because we never had him before, so just to bring them in on board to
Sure.
actually have an account with them. So. Next is a PO request for cargo salt for $20,000. This will come out of 2021 330 360 0000. This 20,000 will get us roughly 350 ton of salt.
Corey, what does that take our salt reserve to when we get that?
In our salt shed now,
Yeah.
about 800 ton.
Wow, okay.
And for the whole year, we're looking at 1,600, what I pre-ordered last November.
Yeah, move to approve. The request for the PO in the amount of $20,000.
I'll second. And I'll call the roll. I'll vote yes. Tricka
Yes.
and Ryan.
Yes.
And last request is a PO for Home Depot for $750. This will just get us through the end of the year for necessity purchases. This will come out of line number 2021 330 323 1323.
I'll move to approve that in the amount of $750.
I will second.
I'll call the roll. I'll vote yes. Tricka,
Yes.
Ryan.
Yes.
Thank you.
Corey, real quick question. Did the tool chest, did you guys get that?
Yes.
It's already up and running? Good?
Yep. It's already half stocked.
Got stickers on it and everything?
No, those are off.
Hey, Corey, and I just want to say that you guys did a fabulous job as the snow came.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Last storm. Yeah, we started about 3 o'clock in the morning and we ran, I think we were done about 1:30. We got everything done. Cul-de-sacs were 90% clean.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
nope.
Good job.
My crew's awesome, so can't thank
Yes.
them enough.
Good job.
Good. Thank you all.
Thank you. Trustee reports. Ryan, we already did those. Tricka, anything? And I don't have anything. Fiscal officer's report, please.
Okay, requesting approval for warrants in the amount of $41,275.26.
I'll move to approve.
And I will second.
I'll call the roll. Brian,
Yes.
Tricka?
Yes.
And I'll vote yes.
And just to call out a couple of the larger amounts, W.W. Williams in the amount of $3,073.71. 880 Construction Company, $3,875. American Fleet Services, $2,095.59. Met T LLC, $99,405. And Tim Lally Chevrolet, $7,545.
Okay.
Requesting approval for payroll in the amount of $112,118.79.
Bob, does this include the stipend for the part-time firefighters?
It does not, because that has to go through, according to Anthony, has to run through the end of the year,
Okay.
based on his note.
Okay.
I'll move to approve the payroll listing dated December 9th.
I will second. Bob, just to clarify what Tricka was asking about, that is because some of the firefighters are still accruing those hours in order to get that?
That was with how the email read.
Okay.
That's correct,
Just
yes.
confirming.
Yep.
Okay.
So it will be paid next time?
Well-
Because he had all the hours on there and the amounts. So I didn't know if it was an offset year. Christina, do you know if
No.
it's the calendar year? Okay.
Tricka, do you know if the hours that were noted on that, was that based on upcoming scheduling, or was that
Like,
to date hours?
Yeah, I don't know for sure.
So, Bob, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it does sound like when we do that, not if, it's
Yeah.
when we do that, it sounds like it would most likely be the first pay period then of,
No, I think,
26.
yeah, I think that was through December 1st.
oh,
So it's from December 1st.
Pay runs 2 weeks in the rear.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it should be paid next time, this next meeting.
Yeah.
Next
That-
pay.
I'll double check with Chief Strazo to make sure. I did want some clarity on that. I tried to look in past years to see how that was paid. I ironically didn't find anything, so maybe I'm looking in the wrong time frame. But again, based on his email, my understanding was it had to run through December.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense.
Did I call the roll on the payroll?
No.
Okay, I'll call the roll. I'll vote yes. Trika
Yes.
and Ryan.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, and then last meeting, there was a request, and I don't know if this went through the approval process. It was for the PO for the Weston and Hurd. You had requested it. I didn't know if that had to be voted
Yeah.
on. I don't know if the. I
Yeah,
don't
we
recall.
did.
We did that.
last
You
meeting.
did vote on it?
Yeah, we did.
$5,000?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. Yeah. And then Chief, Ellen had sent a request for some BCs the day of the last meeting.
Yes.
And I can't recall if those were addressed by you in this meeting.
No, so the BCs were requested to carry us out through the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that was the last meeting I had. I don't have it with me, but it's on the BC purchase order
Yeah,
request.
and I have them all if we want to go through. I just can't, I couldn't recall if that was addressed because, again, I got that later in the day on Tuesday, our last meeting, the 25th, and was not able to process the POs until after that.
So, looking at the minutes from last meeting, it was to TAC, right?
Yes, that's one.
B.A.T, which we.
That was a PO.
That was
Huh?
a PO, yeah. The BCs aren't assigned to any particular
Right.
vendor.
Right, okay, never mind. So you want us to approve that?
Yeah, I
I'll move
can
to
go-
approve the request.
Okay,
Do you have a listing of what they are?
I do.
Can you just run really quick? So-
Yep. So BC for training, BC for repairs and maintenance general, BC for dues and fees, BC machinery and equipment, BC for other professional and technical services, BC for operating community, and BC for uniform tool and equipment. Amounts are $1,500, $500, $1,000, $1,500, $1,500, $500, and $4,000.
And these are all for police?
These are all for police, yes.
What's that? I move to approve the requested.
I was saying those. So, Bob, there's a total of 7 BCs in there. And do you have a dollar figure totaled or not really?
I mean, I
It
can do
just
the
broke
math.
down by line item,
Yeah.
dollar figure.
Okay.
Is there a second?
I will second.
Thank you. Call the roll. I'll vote yes. Trika
Yes.
and Ryan.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. that's
Anything
all.
else?
That's all?
Okay, is there any old business? Any new business?
What is the amended appropriations on here?
That was in case the fiscal officer needed to move money
Okay.
around. That's
Okay.
what that is.
Okay.
Okay. Did I ask for old business? Any new business?
No. Do we have anything else?
Trika? I do. Last meeting, we received information from the attorney regarding the fiscal officer's pay. And after the attorneys did some research,
What attorney?
Jonathan Downs.
Okay, because I didn't get any letter from an attorney.
Get this. You got
That wasn't from an
all of this.
attorney. What I got looked like it was from Chat GPT or something. I mean, there's no attorney name on that.
Well, I know that there has been conversation with Jonathan Downs.
Whose conversation? Who had a conversation with John?
The chief wanted to
I
chat with
contact
him.
Jonathan
He had
Downs,
some
sent him
other
to-
stuff that needed to be discussed, but he
Okay,
did also
'cause-
discuss this with him as well.
Because I didn't get a letter from an attorney. I mean, most attorneys, when they give you an opinion letter, they sign their name to it. And I don't know why the police chief's getting involved with the fiscal officer position.
Well, because there was a question on pay
Yes,
between
for FLSA pay.
the FLSA and the pay for police department as well.
people back there say they can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Oh, can you hear me now? Okay, so where were we?
I'm waiting for a letter from an attorney. But go ahead, you guys must have one.
We all have the same copy. That was what was printed out and I handed you at the last meeting.
Well, that's not a legal opinion, because there is no signature on it.
Tim, do you
I mean,
have
it's
anything?
not from an attorney.
Send you whatever emails I got, the correspondence.
Well, carry on, though. I mean, if you want to go ahead.
Are you looking, Tim?
Yep.
Okay. Give him a few minutes. The other item that I think we forgot to even discuss is the zoning commission sent us a recommendation to approve the amendments to the zoning resolution. You guys are gonna need to have a public hearing on.
Here. My other two are not here. so
Yes,
I will be in
yes.
touch with them, but, yeah.
Now, there's some stipulations in the ORC about the advertisement for such a,
And the
for this
timeframe.
thing. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So I can't remember, I never can remember what it is. I've been doing it so long and I can never remember. It's like 10 days before, or
Yeah, I think that's right.
it has to be like a legal notice in the paper, and then also a public hearing notice and that sort of stuff.
I'll talk with the, well, no, I wouldn't have to talk with them.
Who?
If we're going to approve this tonight, then we can just go ahead and.
Approve.
set- If we're going to accept their recommendation of approval, and then do we do the approval now? Or
No.
do we do the hearing first?
Yes.
Okay, so, all right, so I'll connect with the other two and
And then,
we'll set a date.
once you have the public hearing and that, you're gonna need a resolution either approving it, okay,
Yep.
or not.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
Delete could help you with the legal notice,
yeah.
okay? And then Julie
Julie's-
can help you with the resolutions. Okay. Tim, what did you
I
find?
sent it the email too. To all of you.
You sent it to all of us, Tim?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Sure.
Ellen Young has been voted in as the Assistant Fiscal Officer.
Yes.
Why do we need a legal opinion to decide her pay. This is a two-person job. I can promise you that.
No, it's not.
It absolutely is at this point.
I did
I am the
8
fourth
years
fiscal
by myself.
officer this year, so you don't know where we were at when I came in and where things are at currently. You can shake your head all you want.
I did that for 8 years.
Did you come in and nothing was reconciled for 6 to 8 months?
I had no training whatsoever.
Same.
I did it by myself.
We're going to keep public comment to public comment time, please.
Okay. Okay, so, right, okay, so to your question. I kind of agree with what you are saying. It has been approved that went through all the steps. But of course, there were some questions. And now we have the answer, according to the email here from Zashin and Rich, Jonathan Downs. So just so there's no confusion or question as we move forward with that position, I'm going to offer this resolution number 36-2025, the Fair Labor Standards Act and the Assistant Fiscal Officer.
Well, I have questions on this resolution.
Okay.
So I don't know, you're paying an hourly rate of $16.67 for the assistant fiscal officer?
Yeah, this is to amend the pay from the initial $25 down to this $16.67
Why?
because of the overtime that would be involved. The 1667 with Ellen's overtime work takes it to the agreed upon $25 an hour.
So all the time she works as an assistant is overtime? And it says here she's going to be working 30 hours a week?
So basically this takes, yes, the agreed upon $25 an hour. There is overtime. And so this will not exceed the agreed upon $25 an hour that we originally passed.
And we're already paying a fiscal officer to do the job. So now we're paying someone another 30 hours.
Yes. And
You know what I don't understand is Ellen already got paid out 80 hours of vacation time because she didn't have enough time to work. And now you're going to have her work another 30 hours for 70 hours a week.
No, she got paid her vacation cash out
Yeah, she got paid
because she didn't take vacation.
Yes, because she was so busy that she
Well,
couldn't
not
take
with,
vacation.
not with the fiscal officer.
I know.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
a police department that needs to be run too.
Well, she was here pretty much every day.
No, she was
A lot
not.
during the day.
No, because I was here. Mm-hmm. And I know when she was here. You didn't bother to come.
I don't
And
have an
help.
office here
I
to
know,
help.
but, I mean, we could have used some help. Anyways, I'm offering resolution number
Well,
36.
I'm still asking questions on this. And now it says that there's back pay when she was an emergency appointment for the assistant fiscal officer. When was she the emergency appointment?
Can we please have one meeting?
Because when she was appointed as fiscal officer, that pay is set by statute.
Yes.
You can't change it in here.
But then there was a question on the pay.
No, this says
You
when
go
she
back.
was the assistant fiscal officer. She has to be paid according to statute, not at this rate of $25 per hour.
Well, the fiscal officer now gets to,
It says back pay. If you read this resolution, I think it's really not fiscally responsible to be paying a fiscal officer and then paying another person for 30 hours a week.
Like we've been doing with the former fiscal officer. We've been paying an
The-
assistant then too.
That worked maybe 10 hours for the whole year?
No,
Yes,
absolutely not.
yes. Well, she's here, we can ask her.
No.
Yes, we can ask her at public
And
comment.
quite frankly, the other fiscal officer, in my opinion, after looking at the UAN, really had our former fiscal officer do stuff.
Well,
But that she should have
I
been doing.
don't know why you're in UAN, because a trustee should not be in that
Well, I
system.
wasn't in it. It was pointed out to me.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, can you read the resolution so the residents know what you're voting on?
Sure. Okay, now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees of Brunswick Hills Township, Medina County will resolve to approve, under the Fair Labor Standards Act, the position of full-time as an administrative secretary for the police department and part-time as a assistant fiscal officer to the fiscal department constitutes employment for Brunswick Hills Township. All hours worked for the police department and fiscal department must be aggregated in each work week and counted toward the hours worked threshold for overtime eligibility purposes. The Brunswick Hills Township Board of Trustees agree. Can we please have one meeting? We can hear you up here. The Brunswick Hills Township Board of Trustees agrees with the employee that any overtime worked at the assistant fiscal officer job is paid at 1.5 times the rate applicable to the work performed during those hours. That type of agreement is permitted under 29 CFR 778.419. Additionally, the roles of administrative secretary and fiscal officer have two separate rates of pay. The following are the rates of pay for Ellen Young to perform the dual roles of Brunswick Hills Township Police Township Administrative Secretary, hourly rate of $28.14. Any time worked over 40 hours will be paid at 1.5 time rate of pay of $42.21. The Assistant Fiscal Officer hourly rate of $16.67 with the maximum of 30 hours per week. If the hours accumulated as a police township secretary are 40 hours, and an additional hours that are worked as assistant fiscal officer shall be paid out at the overtime rate of $25. That is 1.5 of the hourly rate. $16.67. The township shall coordinate payroll between the two departments to ensure total hours are tracked bi-weekly. Both rates of pay are subject to annual increase that will be approved by the Brunswick Hills Board of Trustees. All back pay during the Brunswick Hills Township emergency appointment for the Assistant Fiscal Officer position shall be paid out a rate of $25. I offered the resolution number 36-2025. Whereas the Board of Trustees of Brunswick Hills Township, Medina County will resolve to that any overtime worked as the Assistant Fiscal Officer job is paid at 1.5 times the rate applicable to the work performed during those hours. That type of agreement is permitted under 29 CFR 778.419. Additionally, the roles of administrative secretary and fiscal officer had two separate rates of pay. The following are the rates of pay for Ellen. I think I just read that, didn't I?
It got a little repetitive there.
Yeah.
He's just repeating what his
Yeah.
initial was.
Okay. So I'll finish reading the entire thing. Police Township Administrator hourly rate of $28.14. Any time worked over 40 hours will be paid at the 1.5 times rate of pay of $42.21. Assistant Fiscal Officer hourly rate of $16.67 with a maximum of 30 hours per week. If the hours accumulated as the Police Township Administrative Secretary are 40 hours, and any additional hours that are worked as an Assistant Fiscal Officer shall be paid out at the overtime rate of $25. That is 1.5 times of the hourly rate of $16.67. The township shall coordinate payroll between the two departments to ensure total hours are tracked biweekly. Both rates of pay are subject to annual increase that will be approved by Brunswick Hills Board of Trustees. All back pay during the Brunswick Hills Township's emergency appointment for the Assistant Fiscal Officer position shall be paid out at a rate of $25 per hour.
How many hours was the back pay? How many hours did she work as assistant or fiscal officer?
I don't have those numbers. Do you have
I don't have
anything,
them
Bob?
with me.
Yeah, I
I
don't have
don't
them.
have those with me, but we can obviously get those. I don't have when she was fiscal officer or interim fiscal officer, whatever her title is. I wasn't here then.
If I recall, I'm not going to state hours because obviously nobody knows right now, but if I recall, that was a period of maybe 3 to 4 weeks before
Something like
we
that.
officially changed and appointed her the assistant.
Yeah, something like that.
So I can't imagine it would be a huge hourly, but again, I don't have that information.
Well, yeah.
It's
we- we
nowhere
don't-
near 30 hours a week.
No.
I can
But
promise
now
you
it's
that.
30 hours a week. Yeah, I'd like
nowhere
this, I'd like this to go to the prosecutor's office because they're the township attorney for stuff like this. I'd like to get their opinion because I don't have the legal opinion yet.
Well, you got the email from Zashin and Rich.
Well, yeah, I'll have to look at it and
Yeah.
think of it and vote on it next time.
What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm going to side with, side is not the correct term. My apologies. I'm going to echo what Bob said. Bob came into a role that was extremely challenging, not knowing anything about this role, learned, taught himself. He went outside of the township seeking opinions and help from other township fiscal officers. But by and large, this was a self-taught role. And as Bob stated earlier, he walked into an absolute mess this year.
Yeah.
And he and Ellen together have done an amazing job righting this ship, making sure that township invoices and more importantly, our personnel are paid on time and keeping us in good standing with all of our vendors. I don't see any other way that this plays out, that Bob would have been able to do this by himself. And as he continues to learn, Ellen's role will take a gradual step back. These hours will reduce into a point where, maybe it's a couple hours a week, maybe it's 5 hours a week. But, having the two of them tag team this effort this year has been a godsend to this township, and I can't thank them enough. This is a legal opinion in my book. We've used this group before for other legal opinions.
It's not a legal opinion because there's no attorney on it. No attorney says, I stand by this. And I'm asking to have it sent to the prosecutor's office and have me time to review it because I don't have Tim's email that he just sent. That's what I'm asking for, is time. I don't know why it has to be a rush to do it now.
Because we've been putting it off for months, and now is the time to make it right.
And how are you separating her time? She was working yesterday doing fiscal officer, sending emails. This morning, she sent the reports for today when she's doing the police secretary job. So how are you going to divide the two?
That's been established. If it's anything during her, that is Tim giving her the leniency to step away from the police duties. She is not paid fiscal officer pay for that.
Yeah, she's paid at the higher rate up on the police levy.
I don't know what you're asking here. You know, there's a lot of, you know, willy-nilly around here where people
Yeah.
want POs and they want checks cut the day of a meeting when somebody has a full-time job, right? So you tell me how I'm supposed to adjust that.
What,
trying to
working a
be
full-time
accommodating.
job and do this job?
What, I'm sorry?
You mean working a full-time job and doing the fiscal officer job?
Yeah, sometimes it's just not
The
doable.
previous fiscal officer did it.
I'm not saying.
mean,
it can't
lots
be
of
done. I'm
them-
giving one example,
Right,
Trika. I
okay.
mean, you're going
Well-
down a path that's ridiculous.
Well, so is this, when I don't even have a chance to talk to the attorney about this.
That's not my call. Talk to your colleagues.
That's them. And does she even want this job? I mean, we haven't interviewed her or talked to her about it. I haven't. As a group, we've always talked to people when they were, Tim's always said when he's trying to promote a police officer to sergeant, we always have to interview someone. And now it's like all behind scenes with you guys.
No, it's not.
Yes, it has
This
been.
has been, no, it hasn't.
This has been going on. I had no idea anyone was getting any so-called legal opinion until he threw it at me at the last meeting. And I said, who gave this? It's not a legal opinion. I'm just asking so I have time to talk to the prosecutor about it. Because there's things in here that I don't think are right, especially her pay when she was the fiscal officer.
Which is illegal.
Well, all I can tell you is, from the very beginning, when she stepped in to help the township when nobody else would, even though they were asked,
Well,
they
people,
refused.
they didn't refuse.
They
said-
did.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about,
They
Kathy
did
Esper,
refuse,
and she
yes.
did not refuse. You said, no, she
I
didn't.
was the one that communicated
No, I
with
did
Ms.
not.
Esper. And I explained the
Said I
situation to
was
you.
busy.
I explained the situation to you, and you responded that you were not able to do it, while you were still under our employment as the assistant fiscal officer. That is a fact.
So, back to what I was going to say. And I don't want to belabor this any longer than we have to right here, because I'm so done with this, with Ellen and the fact that she stepped up and took control and helped this township and the employees of this township when nobody else would and nobody else could. She stepped up
We-
and helped us and made herself learn how to cut those checks, especially for our employees. If she wouldn't have done it, we would not have paid our employees, and our employees, where would we be? Every employee deserves to be paid. It's the law. And I'm grateful that she stepped up to help.
I get it. I'm just asking.
And she wasn't asking to be paid for it. She was not asking to be paid for it,
I'm just asking.
if you remember,
No, because we never had a discussion with her.
because you wouldn't talk to her, you wouldn't return her phone calls, and you
never got a
certainly
call
didn't
to her.
return her emails.
I never got any of that stuff
So,
from her. You know, you can say
move
that,
on.
yeah, I would like this to go to the prosecutor's office.
Ryan, what do you want to do?
Wait, take 1 second.
I'm just
What?
wondering if we can maybe do a compromise. I understand she probably needs to be paid for work that's been done, but then maybe give another 2 to 3 weeks for the rest of it to be looked at, because there's 5,000 other questions I could go through in my head, but I know if I took a part-time job, I'm not gonna be making overtime pay at a second job.
Right.
Even if I'm in the hospital, if it's in a different capacity, if I'm on a secretary on one floor and a nurse for another, it's two different pays, and I can't get overtime on my part-time secretary
And that's,
as a nurse.
and to answer your question, that's what this does.
Yeah.
This amends her initial pay that was agreed upon by this board earlier this year was $25 an hour. A question did come up regarding overtime. That's where this opinion came from. And then that's why the next step is to take that initial 25 that we agreed upon, reducing it to $16.67.
I understand where that number has come from.
Okay.
But the whole point is if I'm a nurse and I take a different capacity, same thing with a fiscal officer and a secretary. If I'm a nurse, 40 hours,
Yeah.
there's my full time.
Right.
I go to secretary for 20 hours, I'm not allowed to make overtime at all. It has to be standard pay. Like I can't, that's not how it works.
So I'll just interrupt you for a minute. So the township has been in
I really-
lawsuits in the past for FLSA.
Yep.
So I'm very familiar with that, with the police department, with our K-9 unit, and through contracts. So the entity of Brunswick Hills Township, it is the full-time and a part-time. They're still the same government organization. So a person cannot work or exceed the 40-hour work week. If they're working in a different capacity in the same township, they still have to be compensated at overtime rate.
Right.
And that's all it is, and that's federal law on that. We cannot have an employee work 40 hours at a straight pay and then work another part-time job in the same entity as a straight pay. Federal law will not allow that. The township will be sued. We have been, not that we messed up years and years ago, 20 years ago when we had a canine program here. The canine officers, when they take that dog home, it's not at a straight pay, it's an FLSA pay rate. And the township ended up having to go back and pay for like 20 years that this dog and a handler at overtime rate. So this is nothing new. This is something that is the federal government regulates on who is working 40 hours, and anything over that has to be paid at overtime rate. The township trustees can go ahead and make, because this is a different position, a rate of pay for that position, but it's going to be at an overtime rate if she's working 40 hours plus at the police department. Anything that the fiscal officer is at an overtime rate. And I think, Tricka, you already got that same opinion. There was several months ago when you got the prosecutor's office with FLSA.
I
That was-
did not get a legal opinion on that.
Well, somebody went to prosecutors on it too, and there was FLSA pay issues.
I haven't seen that either. And that's all I'm asking is for time to talk to the prosecutor on this. And you have to remember with this pay, there's also pension on it, OPERS.
Correct. And that,
Oh, so it's more than $25 an hour. And if we're opening it up to public comment, we should open it up, since you already did.
Yeah, that's, do you have any issues with
I
that?
don't care.
I saw Ms. Goldoni in the back. who
Yeah,
was-
that's
Thank
fine.
you.
I wanted
I
to acknowledge
appreciate
her
it.
question.
I
and
appreciate it.
Let her say her piece.
Linda Hudson, 314 Pearl Road, Brunswick Hills. At this point, I think it's a point of order here. I think we can maybe cut to the chase here very quickly. The research has been done. There's been a resolution that's been brought before the board as a point of order. It either A, is seconded and voted upon, or dies for a lack of second. So Ms. Kusterak has brought the resolution before. She's indicated that the information and data has been gathered, and she has brought a resolution before this board. Someone can second the resolution and then be voted on. So it is simply a point of order. If you do not want it seconded, then you just simply die for a lack of second.
Thanks, Linda.
Thank you.
I do know Billy Hudson, 314 Pearl Road. I do know when I was the road foreman, I do know if I worked and put in 40 hours a week, then they called me out to work at the police station or the fire station. They gave me overtime. I could work up to 16 hours a day. But it was overtime when I had to go to the police station and work. I had to go to the fire station and work. If I already had my 40 hours in, they paid me overtime. And that was from Bill Thorne, the prosecutor's office.
As long as we've got everyone coming up, Catherine Esper, 4728 Forest Grove Drive. First of all, let me start by saying this could have all been prevented, and Linda Kinzer would not have quit as the fiscal officer had this board done the right thing when Ellen committed a fifth-degree felony by altering a notarized legal document. And shame on our police department for brushing that under the carpet. Secondly, she quit because of that. And as far as working 30 hours a week for her, I was the fiscal officer. I came into the same situation. I had no training whatsoever. And I didn't have a fiscal officer doing the work for me. The computer was always at my house. Nobody had access to it except for me. And I was able to do the job in probably by myself in about 20 hours a week on weeks where there was payroll. If it was a week that didn't have payroll, it was less than 20 hours a week. So telling me that Ellen is working part-time doing the fiscal officer's job 30 hours a week, what the hell is Bob doing? You're the fiscal officer. The responsibility of doing the fiscal job is on your shoulders only. Only. And if you can't do it, you shouldn't have run. And Ryan, you shouldn't have convinced him to.
Bob has been the best thing to happen to this township in this fiscal officer role.
He's costing the taxpayers a lot of money because he's not doing his job, and he's got Ellen. Oh, by the way, I do have another thing to bring up. Speaking of Ellen, her in the beginning of the year, I'll send you an email. She owes the township $202 and change. She didn't pay the township for her health care appropriately for 3 different pay periods. And I've got the proof on that. I'll send that all to you. She should take care of it before the end of the year.
From what month?
Thank you.
From what month, Catherine?
I have it. They were from March and April, I think. I have copies of it all. I'll send it. And another thing, if this overtime and this rate is going to be paid for 30 hours a week on top of her 40 hours a week, which half the time I don't even see her car at the police station, so I don't know what she's doing. But I will be going to the state on this because it does violate overtime and misappropriation of funds. Thank you.
Okay, just for a point of clarification, this is with a maximum of 30 hours. It's not saying that's what she's going to put in, but it won't be more than 30. So it could be, 5 hours, it could be 2 hours, it could be 20 hours, who knows? What do you want to do?
What resolution was this, please?
What do you want to do? 36?
That was your motion, Chris?
I am offering resolution number 36-2025.
I second the resolution.
Okay, I'll call for a vote. I'll vote yes. Tricka?
No, because I did not have time to research the legal opinion on it. This is not fiscally responsible for the township since we're already paying the fiscal officer to do the position. And I don't even know if Ellen agreed to this. We didn't interview her. We didn't talk to her as a board. So no.
Okay. And Ryan?
Yes.
Is there any miscellaneous or correspondence? Do you have anything? Ms.
No.
Williams?
Yeah, no, I just want to say one other thing too. We have been, I hate this keeps coming up, but Frontier continues to be an issue in the township. And going through some issues in a lot of developments right now. If anybody watching has issues with Frontier, you can reach out to me. I have contacts that can help you through the process, whether they clip something in your yard, they're not fixing something. There's a process that we can take to kind of escalate things to the top of the food chain and get things resolved. I've helped quite a few residents, and unfortunately, it seems that they are trying to plow through some developments right now and causing some great issues. So I will reference, if you're watching at home this video, contact me. You can also reach out to me on social media. Also, if you are on social media, there is a placard that I have posted multiple times that has all of the key contact information for Masstech, which is the subcontractor that's doing this work. And be patient. We've gotten 90% of these issues that people have come to me, we've gotten them fixed. It's just taken a little bit longer than normal. So that's all I have regarding that on Frontier.
Okay. Okay, announcement of upcoming meetings. The trustees organizational meeting will be on January 8th. Hold on one second. At 4 p.m. The zoning commission will meet on that same day at 7 p.m. They will have their organizational and regular meeting. The BZA will meet on January 14th for their organizational meeting and their regular meeting. And then the first regular business meeting of the Board of Trustees will be January 13th, right here at 7 p.m. Is there public input?
On a lighter note, Linda Hudson, 314 Pearl Road, Brunswick Hills. The only reason I'm here tonight is we do have a deadline of December 19th to put in any kind of opinions for the NOACA project that is being planned. Wanted to start this evening by welcoming new trustees. At this time, we also want to recognize and say thank you to the outgoing officials that have taken the time to share their busy lives in service to the public for years of work and dedication to the people who live here in Brunswick Hills Township. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And as we enter the new year, there are many projects that are coming to forefront. The Brunswick Hills Comprehensive Plan update is coming to near completion. Surrounding communities are also planning and preparing for the outcome of the I-71 Crossroads Regional Transportation Study and how it affects their communities. I attended 2 of the public meetings. According to the information pages, for those who do not know, NOACA, in partnership with the Ohio Department of Transportation, is presently conducting a regional transportation planning study of a 9-mile stretch along I-71 corridor in Northeast Ohio. It passes through Northeast Ohio communities, including Strongsville, Brunswick, and North Royalton. The study area is bounded by Center Road, State Route 303 on the south, Pearl Road, US 42 on the north and west, and 130th on the east. Since 1984, this area has been subject to numerous studies at a cost of thousands of public dollars. The present company is being paid nearly $1 million. I'm anxiously awaiting the outcome of this study and curious if it will differ too much from the previous. We can only hope that it will bring resolution to a long-standing problem. I'm not here to take a political stand as to whether or not Brunswick needs the Boston Road interchange or not. Despite the release of news to the media and Brunswick City declaring that it is a done deal, I was assured at the meeting in Strongsville that at this point the interchange is not off the table. This study is supposedly designed to gather information and propose a path forward. We can only hope that it will not take another $1 million and 40 years to find a solution. The study group has taken pictures of reported trouble spots, traffic flows, and have listened to special interest groups. These meetings are set up to allow the public to have input into the study. As we all know, engineering and planning for the future is only as good as the data that is used in developing the plan. At these meetings, I tried to ask important questions. It came to my attention that information from surrounding townships and a couple of cities were not even recognized, and it's possibly because they are outside the box that is identified as the study area. I'm concerned that this information was not included, as if Brunswick Hills Township and the others do not exist. The person that I spoke with did not even know that the controversial area surrounding the Boston Road and I-71 interchange was not totally in Brunswick City's jurisdiction. Based on questions that were asked by people from surrounding communities that bordered the target area, I did a little research on my own, and I didn't want to include the 9,000 of them, so I just included a few, so bear with me. There are numerous areas that are planned or currently being built out along the border of the target area. Some examples of the following are Brunswick City at the corner of 303 and 42. There is a proposed commercial residential complex that contains a possible 214 apartments, cluster homes, and retail space with 18 extra housing units on a smaller adjacent parcel. Strongsville, near Boston Road and Prospect Ridge, hosts 140 single-family homes with another 50 in the works. Camden Woods on 82 and Prospect, 82 homes with 79 independent senior living homes. Columbia Station, Route 82, boasts 622 housing units. North Royalton plans indicate several building sites that have been approved with approximately 120 homes. Hinckley's information on the website indicates that there are 1,626 new homes in Hinckley, located in 119 new communities across the township. Valley City, 614 new homes in 80 new communities and subdivisions located in the area. The total of the projects will result in over 3,528 new homes. If you estimate 1.5 cars per household, that will increase the traffic flow by a possibility of around 5,292 vehicles on a workday headed to the greater Cleveland-Akron area via I-71. That figure does not include the commercial and the industrial traffic. We are already experiencing an uptick in commercial and industrial truck traffic that passes through our area, trying to get to the interstates, taking some of the routes in Brunswick Hills to get there, simply to avoid the intersections. The target area borders Valley City Industrial Park, Strongsville Industrial Park, and Brunswick Industrial Park. The Strongsville recently approved 85.7 acres of expansion in their industrial park that adjoins Prospect and Boston. The target area, all of these projects will definitely affect the traffic flow and have an impact on our area for years to come. I'd like to ask that the present trustees or the future trustees send a resolution to encourage the state, county, NOACA officials, and possibly the Medina County commissioners to broaden the target area at the very least, to include the area to Marks Road on the west and down Route 42, the Medina Township border on the south. Good planning comes from within. An outside company cannot understand what we deal with on a daily basis. They don't live here. Just for fun, I brought a couple of pictures that I'd like to enter into the record, and it's kind of a fun little project here. That is the Stony Hill coming up Strongsville on what it used to be. This is what it is now. We have a 4-lane highway. Well, the years of planning that took to place Strongsville where they're at, it has brought economic development to our border at Boston. The old saying is, if you build it, they will come. It's only good if the traveler can get there via the infrastructure that's built. According to the Facebook page on the Ohio Department of Transportation, the North Central Ohio District 3, you can personally contact the Crossroads team. If you'd like to help, I brought some comment forms this evening. I'll leave them here at the town hall if somebody would like to pick up a comment form. You can fill it out with your own personal experiences. You can mail it to the I-71 Crossroads team. You can directly send your comments to it also at NOACA@mpo.noaca.org. You can also find those informations on Facebook. A lot of the comments that came in on Facebook were very few That means we're not getting enough information from the public. We only have the comments until December 19th. I urge everyone to follow that. Please send in your comments. Give some solutions, maybe some slips along I-71 rather than an interchange. Whatever it may be will impact us tremendously. Please take the time to do something. We need to say something. We do exist as a township, and so do the others that border it. Thanks for your evening, and I'm going to leave a copy of this with you for the record.
Okay, you're good.
Thank you, Lou.
You're welcome.
Is there anyone else? Okay. I will note that excuse me, we will be going into executive session this evening. We have 2 candidates for the 2 zoning boards that we will be talking to this evening, and a brief discussion on employee compensation. So with that, I will move that we go off camera for the purpose of signing the warrants and purchase orders. I have a couple sets of minutes here that need signatures, and the time is 8:34.
I'll second.
I'll call the roll. Tricka?
Yes.
I'll vote yes. Ryan?
Yes.
Good night, everyone.